Nothing beats that new bike feeling, everything working perfectly, nice and crisp. But over time, it gets a bit worn out and feels a little bit tired. So coming up are my top tips for how to get that new bike feeling without the need to buy a new bike. It doesn't matter how old your bike is, these tips will breathe a fresh lease of life into your bike and get it feeling how it did the day you wheeled it out of the bike shop or unboxed it next to your front door. Some of these tips are going to be free, some of them low cost, and some of them will require a little bit of money invested, but you can rest assured they're all far cheaper than buying a brand new bike again. First up, bar tape on your bike. This is something that everyone tends to overlook, and it gets covered in sweat and germs all of the time, which is not only a little bit gross, but it also leaves it looking tatty and faded. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands of different colours, types and styles of bar tape to choose from. Most of them costing between £10 and £20, so they're fairly low cost. And while you're at replacing your bar tape, it's also worth considering changing your rubber lever hood covers. These can also become worn and a bit tatty over time. They're a little bit harder to find, but with a bit of searching online, you should be able to find the right ones for your bike. And again, they're fairly low cost as well. Next up, treat your bike to a new chain. It has an incredibly hard life, and a worn chain will not only wear out the other components of your drivetrain system, it will also be part of the reason why you've lost that crisp shifting action that you were once familiar with when your bike was new. Speaking of shifting performance, it might be worth considering changing your inner cables. That is, if you've got mechanical shifters and rim brakes, of course. Well, unless you changed them recently as well. But fitting some nice new polymer coated cables are a perfect way to get silky smooth shifting and braking once again, just like how it felt when you rolled your bike out for its first ride. Next up, give your bike a thorough wash and clean. Come on, you should know how to do that by now. Just don't make me make any more bike wash cleaning videos again, please. No. But yeah, jokes aside, a perfectly clean bike will not only last longer, it's going to give you that sense of pride how your bike was when you got it new. And if you've got a glossy finish on your frame, you could well consider waxing or polishing it to really bring out that shine back to how it was when you rolled it out of the bike shop. Lastly, consider buying some new tyres. Worn out tyres will not only puncture more easily, they'll be slower rolling, they'll also provide less grip in the corners. So if you're going to upgrade your tyres, it might be worth considering upgrading to tubeless tyres. Have I mentioned I like tubeless tyres? But only kidding, but it might be worth upgrading your tyres to get that new sprightly feeling again and get your bike looking super fresh. And if you don't want to upgrade to tubeless, then you could just treat yourself to some new tyres, but at the same time, you could upgrade to some latex or TPU inner tubes for that extra bit of free speed. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed my top tips for how to get your new bike feeling again. And if you've got any tips of your own, then get them in the comments section down below. And if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to GCN Tech to see more tech videos.